Okay, I'm here today with Clint Smith, and he's building a house. He bought the lot next to the apartments, and got quite a supply of unusual things here because of the rainy season, and the first is these bamboo. So Clint, tell me about why you have the bamboo.
Well, the indigenous here do well with building greenhouses and temporary shelters with the bamboo, so that was our economical thought at being able to continue to work through rainy season by constructing teepee or A-frame or something over our construction site.
Okay, and then I noticed that you've got two of these portable tents. And there's one right there, and then there's another one that we'll get in a few minutes. But what was the thought behind that?
Well, again, trying to keep working during rainy season, because on normal years it would be raining every day. Now, we've been lucky with not rain every day, but it's going to be October soon, and we anticipate and are just preparing for rain.
All right, that sounds like pre-planning. Good idea.
Well, the description and reasoning on the front circa and the gate, and the reason the block is at different heights is because the road is slanted downhill and the gate has to be level. So I wanted the block to come to the same point on either side of the gate, and then I wanted the fence to come to the same point on the gate with the gate closed. So everything kind of looks balanced or equal. And when we finish the block work to the left, it will have about the same degree of decline on the left side as it will on the right side. So it will look equal.
Okay, we're over on Clint's property now, and we're looking at basically building up the foundation for the house, and you can see that there's some really large rocks. This ground is about 50% or 75% rock, which makes it very stable, which is a big concern here because we're on the edge of the canyon. And you can see we're standing in the other tent where they used to bend the rebar. You can see the portable bathroom over there. And Clint, you just tell me what you'd like to see, and I'll follow you around. I'll just follow you and you can talk.
Okay. Well, as we can see in front of us with the big rocks and the foundation holes, it's really been an effort, and the guys have been breaking these rocks out with a jackhammer and a 12-pound sledgehammer. The architect or engineering is requiring large deep foundation holes at all of the points of the piers that will come up to support the house structure. Basically they have to be approximately 2 meters deep and 1 meter square. They make a rebar mat. You might consider the imagery something like a waffle. That is put in the hole, and then it needs 18 inches of concrete thick around it and 1 meter approximately square. And if you see the rebar cages coming up out of those, and you see how strong they are, that's to carry the load of a 2-story house here. And the holes are required to be specific enough that you can't just come dig out a whole chunk of the ground with a backhoe, because then you would have too much fill. They have to be fairly specifically placed. Okay, as we're standing here, we're at the back wall of the house and the back foundation of the house, and you can see what the other post points are going to look like as they get worked on and coming up to the level of the floor. Notice the wood circle going around the house site here, that is the level of the finished floor in the house. So you see how high some of this foundation has to come up. As you notice here in the view, the rebar cages are required for the seismic activity here. This is placed in all of the foundation, and then as we come up, there are also these cages in the post or columns that come up to support the second floor, and they're also used in the poured beams that run across the top of those columns. Okay, in our view here is our home septic system, and the big concrete pad with the lid is the actual tank. That is somewhere around 1,000-gallon septic tank made out of concrete block and rebar. Then you notice the little structure out of M2. That's our porta potty for use of the employees here, and is required by Boquete.
Now, how are you going to use that tank once it's not a porta potty? Are you going
to? That porta potty building will come down, and it's actually sitting on the grease trap, which will be where the sewage from the house first comes into the system. Allows you a primary clean out without having to go into the tank itself. And then if you notice the white pipe to your left down in the little hole, that was about 1,000-gallon hole dug. That is the field line system for the septic system.